Stonedead TV, and we have the most, well, I've probably interviewed this gentleman more times than I ever remember, but it's always a pleasure to spend time with Mr. Bayley. Good afternoon, sir.
Thanks, Adam. Great to be here. It's a wonderful day so far. I managed to come on my motorcycle, forecast for the whole weekend from Thursday right the way through. So went up to rehearsals Thursday, Friday, and then had a beautiful run over the Pennines today to get here. And it's just been fantastic. And then the whole festival is just brilliant. The sound is so good. The stage felt great. And it's gone really, really well. You know, if you think it's 16 months since the last gig, you know, which was a fairly important gig for us, and then everything goes and then to be back, it's like that old series time tunnel, you know, with the spiral going round. It's like, whoop, what? Where do we land, you know?
And it feels really important now more than ever, I think, to be able to get out there, because obviously with this time that has elapsed, you've not been able to get out. When we've spoken about this before, you know, you're a guy who loves to perform, loves to get out there. And I know that the fans out there today were so excited because you're doing this Iron Maiden special set. Very exciting stuff. It was the perfect match for you out there today, you not think?
Oh, thanks. We called it the 25th anniversary set because I wanted a nice anniversary, and it was 25 years since I joined Iron Maiden. So it was a kind of celebration thing. And of course, time goes on. We haven't bothered to change it. We still call it the 25 set, but it's 26 now or something like that. But it went really well. They're old songs, you know, 25 years old when we were writing some of those songs, you know. Great memories of working with the guys in Maiden and coming up with those ideas and going through them and performing them on a big tour. But everything I learned really has fed in to my own albums, and I think my new album, War Within Me, I have gone, right, I don't care if people think it's a Maiden influence, because it is. I actually worked with the guys, and writing with Steve Harris, he found this other part of my voice which I'd never used on a record before, and we worked on that together and incorporated that into songs like Sign of the Cross and Lord of the Flies, and that has strengthened over those 25 years until now. You listen to the new album War Within Me, and it's the voice I have now is a direct result of those years when we, you know, made those two albums. It's a short time, you know, it's 5 years out of a career of 35 years, but it's a very important time when I learned so much, and the things that I did learn have been incorporated into my music now, and it's something that feels good. You know, there's a degree of confidence and certainty in my songwriting now that I didn't have back then. It felt like it was lock in Wolfsbane when we came up with a good song or a lyric matched something, you know, a lot of times. And everybody in Wolfsbane, we're back together, you know, and we're making an album and all of that. Everybody has got a vast amount of experience now. And when we're writing our songs, it's not luck. It's right, it goes like this. And how do we make it go like that? By doing this, this, and this, which we all know now. And it's a nice feeling. And on my own album, it's under the microscope when we're recording, when we're writing. Everything's under the microscope. Does this vowel sound? Is that the right thing for that lyric?
I suppose, though, when you're laser focused in
That's
that
it.
process.
That's it.
It enables you, it gives you the freedom to do those sort of things, to pay that level of attention.
That's it. It's that level of detail that we go to, and then when you step back, you just can't listen to it for, it was something like 3 months before we actually got the finished CDs back and the vinyl, and you couldn't listen to it in between because it'd been like being on, and your eye was glued to a microscope. So, but then when we got it back and it's 3 months later and you've got that distance, you go, blimey, now this ain't bad, I think it's turned out the way we wanted, because we always talk about things at the start. What do we want this album to do? What's the vibe that we want? And we were coming back from South America, going through the airport in Paris, and there were the first COVID signs. And then we played the Clive Aid gig in March, and that was one of the last ever live shows in Europe. Everything just went cancelled and postponed after that. And I said to Chris Appleton, my writing partner, I said, this has to be a positive record. We're all going through something now, and my fans have supported me through thick and thin. And when I felt it wasn't worth carrying on, when I felt, is anybody interested? My fans said, well, I'm excited about your new album and your next show and things like that. My fans, when I started, they pre-ordered everything. I hadn't even got, half of it. We hadn't even written the songs, but we asked people to pre-order the album so we could go in the studio. And then I had fantastic support from Rob Anna's studio in Birmingham. They let me record there with a deferred cost and everything. Incredible help I had along the way. And when it came to this, we went, this has to be positive. What we've got to do now is when people listen to the Blaze Bayley album, they go, oh, it's my Blaze album. And at the end of that album, they've got to go, yeah, that's the fix I needed. Because we're all going through this horrible thing. And so we were absolutely unashamed to be totally cheesy. And I'm going, you know what this bit is now, Chris? He goes, I think I do. A power chord, yes. I said, you know what this is? Melody guitar. This is a solo. You go there. I say, but don't stop there, mate. It carries on. That was it. And so we had a tremendously long solo. I'm going, no, more, faster. And we did that through the whole album, and all the lyric was, well, is this positive? Or, does this leave a good feeling, or at least it's mysterious? And we tried to be positive with absolutely everything, from the point of, what's that chord we use in there? Well, really, we don't want that one, do we? We want something that does this to pick, and every single thing through the album has that level of attention. And in the end, it's really worked, because the most important people, the people it was made for, the people I was thinking of when I was writing those lyrics and struggling to find the solutions to get the songs done, the fans, my fans, some of them say it's the best thing I've ever done. So that's the greatest compliment I could ever have. People who have the entire catalogue say, I think this could be the best thing you've ever done. I'm very, very lucky to be in that situation.
And you're very much a man of the live performance as well, and songs, they get that done. And we were so happy to have you with us today, Blaze. It's been an absolute pleasure, sir. Let's hope we do this again.
Yes, I hope
Great
so.
to see you. Maybe a third appearance, because you're now a Stonedead veteran.
Yes, I am too. Maybe we'll bring Wolfsbane back next time.
Let's
That'd
hope
be great.
so. Blaze Bayley, thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Adam.
Cheers.